Alright, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris and today I'm back with another video here. I'm going to do this video a little bit different than I normally do. I'm going to read you the lines right now. And I'm not going to sit here and go through my notes and what specifically happened in this one because there's a reason. I'll get into it. So the lines for this game for the Flyers: Forrester, Couturier, Konechny, Tippett, Paling, Atkinson, Farabee, Cates, Brink, Delorier, Lawton, Hathaway. Defense: York, Sanheim, Sealer, Walker, Samula, and Stahl. Carter Hart was in net. I'm not reading anything else from my notes. I'm closing out of that tab. I just exited out of it. Nothing is there. This is all off the top of my head. You cannot start this game, right? And obviously, look, it's a bad start. It happens. I'm not really that upset about the start because I shouldn't say that. I am upset about the start, but I'm not going to sit here and make it like it's this big end of the deal and flip out over the 2 goals in a minute and 8 seconds from Zibanejad and Kreider from 2 really bad plays from the 2 defensemen who have been really, 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 really good this year, and Travis Sanheim and Sean Walker. It was just an off day, and it happens. And honestly, I don't even think Sanheim was that bad. I don't even really think Walker was that bad. It was just a couple of tough plays that ended up in the back of your net because the Rangers have been playing so well. And again, like I said, like it's frustrating. You go into this game where you've won 5 of your last 6. This could have been a good statement game for the Flyers. Not like Vegas wasn't or anything, but you could have added to that. You know what I mean? Like you could have caught some ground up in the division again. Could have taken 2 points away from the Rangers, who were first in the Metro. Going into it, they added their lead in the Metropolitan Division. Like, that could have been definitely part of it. You can't really start a game like that. What frustrates me about this is the fact that you go, like, the power play, again, I have mentioned in just about every game recap video this year that the power plays absolutely killed this team. 0 for 6 on the power play. There's a couple fights in this one. The Rangers had 34 penalty minutes. The Flyers don't get a single goal off of any of it. Some of it's obviously fighting and everything else, but 0 for 6 on the power play. And I swear to God, every single time it felt like the power play unit was different. They actually had some good work, right, on the first one. They moved the puck around. They had some good looks. Okay, that's fine. Then the next unit that comes down is different. They started with the second unit that did nothing the first time. They do nothing. There were a couple where Couturier wasn't even on it. There were some where Konechny wasn't on it until the last maybe 30, 40 seconds. Like, what are we doing here? Like, this is why this team is losing games like this. Because you can't do anything with this power play right now. And look, I'm not that mad that they lost this game. It's the New York Rangers. The Flyers have been playing better. They've, it's just one of those games where you get goalied again. It's 2 games in a row. Sorokin the other night, Shesterkin today. You got the Islanders again tomorrow, and it might be Sorokin in it. They got it back-to-back. We'll see. It could be Varlamov for the Islanders tomorrow. But it's 2 games in a row where you get goalied. You've been scoring a lot. You averaged another really good game in shots, and you had chances. But it's just another game where they don't have a superstar like Zibanejad, like Kreider, like Maher. And, I don't know, some of those guys are superstars, but they can take over a game. Flyers don't have any of those guys. They have Konechny, but he can't do it all by himself. So, you can't, and there's many guys I didn't mention. Fox, Trouba is a very good presence, Shesterkin, Christ. I mean, like, there's so many guys. Like, we don't have that right now. And that's the frustrating part, is the fact that you get 6 power plays. 6. And you still just don't do anything with them. And it's a deflator every time you play now, where you get a power play, they do nothing with it. I think the final 4 power plays that they had, they lost the draw on every one. The ones that they are able to set up, do work in, move the puck around, get chances, and open up plays in the bumper. A lot of the stuff is perimeter, but when they're able to use the bumper and utilize the guys down low in front of the net, whatever, they're able to move the puck. And the frustrating part about it is, again, it's 2 turnovers, right? It's a tough play from Paling. And again, I'll talk about the lines again. It's a turnover where Paling doesn't pick up the puck. The Rangers have so much speed, and they go defense to offense like that. Like they just move up the ice so quick, and the Flyers don't have any speed at center to compete with that. And they have some speed at wing, like Konechny, obviously, Tippett. Farabee's got some decent speed, but Brink is he's slower. Forrester is slower. Like I just don't understand the lineup. The lineup and the power play units had made absolutely no sense to me today. First of all, you go Ryan Paling as your second line center. And again, anything I'm about to say here is not a shot at the player. This is coaching. Frost sits again. You have Ryan Paling at second line center. Tyson Forrester continues to play on your first line, and he has the same amount of points as Frost, and Frost has been sat in 10 games. And what has Atkinson done recently? What's Scott Lawton done recently? What's Noah Cates done recently? And again, it's not that, and yeah, some of those guys, they definitely could be playing better. Cates, 100%. He hasn't been, I don't think he's been great defensively. I think he's had some good games, but he hasn't looked like what he did last year. Offensively, he's done nothing. And look, it's a second-year player in the NHL. It happens. I'm not expecting Cates to come out and, score every game or anything like that, but he's got offensive skill, and he's got to start putting up points. Tyson Foster's another one. How many games are you going to give him on the first line? He continues to play on the first line, and he's doing nothing. Nothing. Like, and it's not that, I want them to bury Forrester, but why does Forrester get such a long leash, and guys like Frost, guys like Cates, don't? Cates gets put on the fourth line, and Forrester's been in the top six since the season started. Misses the first game and whatnot. Brink gets sat for a couple. York gets benched. Lawton gets benched. Why isn't Forrester? There again, I've said it before. I'll say it again. There's favoritism with this lineup, and they can't stop Zibanejad. Gets another one in the second period. The Flyers get a goal from Coots, who he was my Flyer of the night. I thought Coots was actually really good in this game. Scores the goal. He's +1, 6 shots on net, 23 minutes of ice time, 56% on faceoff. Coots had a good game. I thought he matched up well against the Rangers' top guys, and he's had some plays up. I mean, I thought he looked good on the power play. Coots is just slowly but surely, like, not. I mean, when I say that, I mean more like offensively, but like defensively, he's always been good. Like he's coming back into his like Coots form. Like I'm so glad that we're at least able to see him play. That's the one thing that I've been happy about, is that you're still able to see Couturier. But what just confuses me with this whole thing is the fact that, again, the power play units, and I don't get the Rocky Thompson thing anymore. I really don't. Like, I don't want to sit here and call out a guy and say he should be fired. I don't think that's the case. I don't think they have to fire Rocky Thompson. Can you move him and add somebody else? Like, I just don't get the idea of a guy who played 25 NHL games and didn't put up any points. Yes, he coached in the American League and has some decent history in coaching and at least some recent years of coaching and experience. But what is your power play benefiting from this? And I'd love for someone to answer me that. Honestly, like what is the benefit of keeping him to coach the power play? Again, I don't want them to fire Thompson because I think he's a good coach. I think there are some things there with Rocky Thompson that are good, and that are things that lead into some. I think the players like him. I think they respect him. I think there's things there. I don't think this power play and this roster should be one of the worst power plays in the league. I said that last year too. Like, they have some guys on this team where they should not be where they are. And it also leads into the fact of they don't have a superstar to help take over that said power play. So that's my frustration with this type of game, is it's another game where they leave points on the table and shoot themselves in the foot. But you're seeing progress, though, because last year's team couldn't even stay in a game like this. This year's team is at least staying in the game, keeping up the pressure on offense, getting chances. They're just getting goalied or not finishing on their chances. And that's been one of the biggest issues with this team since I've watched them. I have not been able to capitalize on their opportunities or what have you. So that's what I take away from this game. I don't really think there's much you can blame on Hart with the goals. Again, like I said, like looking up and down throughout the lineup, like some guys I thought played well. I didn't really notice Tippett. Atkinson, again, like I said, Cates. Like it's just I don't get the lines and I don't get the power play. So let me know your guys' thoughts below. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching this video. I have a giveaway on Twitter. We have a giveaway over at Maher Media for two. We actually have two giveaways. One of them is going to get drawn tomorrow. It is a poster from the Flyers game last week against the Golden Knights. And then it's also, if I don't mess this up, this bobblehead right here, this Carter Hart bobblehead from Foco, one of our sponsors. You can use code Maher for 10% off at checkout. This bobblehead right here going to be giving it away, the one that's been sitting on my desk. And yeah, that's going to be drawn tomorrow. And then drawn tonight at 8 o'clock, as it's 4:30 as I'm recording this. Should be up shortly around 5-ish. So before 8 p.m., you get your entries in on our Twitter. We have a giveaway for 4 tickets to the Flyers alumni game against the Bruins Friday, January 26th at 7 p.m. That is Friday night. Again, like I just mentioned, so at Wells Fargo Center again. So it's 4 tickets to first row in the upper level. So yeah, get your entries in and see if you have a chance of winning. Thanks everybody again for all the support as always. Make sure to hit like and subscribe like I mentioned. My name is Chris, and I will talk to you all again soon.